Hello, everybody. Welcome to the E Honda 2A Titty Tuesday with E Honda and Friends chat. That's right. We're calling it Titty Tuesday because titties is greater than tacos. Fight me. I don't know. I thought about it last week and I'm like, yeah, Taco Tuesday. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Then it was like someone said Titty Tuesday.
What
I'm
about
like,
Titty Taco
son of a
Tuesday?
bitch.
Did it?
You fucking
Rolls along
son
the
of a
tongue.
bitch. You did it, didn't you? You did it. Yep, you totally. It's Titty Tuesday now, just so you guys know.
We got them titties.
Also, sorry for missing the chat on Sunday. I was a tired boy. I'm still tired, man. I fucking took a nap today, and it felt really good, but I woke up all cranky, and you know how it goes. Just shit fucking gets to you sometimes. But
I did that too. I mean, that's
but
what
yeah,
you have to
man.
do at this job.
I've been tired and I missed a chat and sorry about that. And last week also sorry. We were talking about guns and stuff and we showed I think it was the video of Demolition Ranch when he was rolling around in the van with the guns on the van and they were shooting the guns off of the van. That YouTube was like, "Oh, you're showing people how to make guns and transfer." I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but they shut down the chat, and it's funny because like the video that we were showing that got it shut down was off of YouTube. So you would think, oh, if I'm showing something off of YouTube, that on YouTube you're probably going to be okay. Well, the thing is, it's on YouTube, but not a YouTube live chat. So there's different rules for the live chat slightly, and they fuck you over a little bit for the. I didn't get a strike or anything, but they certainly took my my chat down and didn't let me start another one for like it was like 24 hours or whatever, and yeah, all that shit happened. But yep, we're back. We're here. Hello, how's it going? Titty Tuesday with the Honda and Friends. 2A Titty Tuesday. Anyway, Xanatos, are you here? How's it going? He wasn't here earlier. He hopped in. Oh yeah, he's here. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
Oh, stripping down.
It is getting hot in here.
Take off all my clothes.
That's not how that song goes. Anyway, good to see you. Good that you're here. Hello, hello. Ginger Squared. How goes it? How goes the battle?
Oh, it's going good. I lost power for about 7 hours this morning, though.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, somebody hit a pole like a block and a half from my house, and it took out like the entire area.
I've been hearing, like, I don't know what it is. You don't pay attention to something, and like maybe you hear it all the time, and you haven't been paying attention to it. Like how many red cars did you drive by today? But if you were like paying attention, you would notice all the red cars. You know, I've been hearing Ohio left and right lately, like, oh, this person is from Ohio, and this happened in Ohio, and Ohio, and then it makes me think of you, and I'm like, oh, shit. Anyway, how's it going?
Good.
Shot Red. How do you do, good sir? Wouldn't shut up earlier, now we won't talk. Tactical Muffin Drop. How you doing, bro?
Yo, I love the 2A and I love titties.
I mean, okay. If you had tacos in one hand and titties in the other, and you had to take your hand off of either the tacos or the titties in order to, I don't know, like put on the brake or something to save everyone's life on the train, because you're on a train and you have like tacos and titties in your hands for some reason, do you let go of the tacos or do you let go of the titties?
Well, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to vote C. The train is going off the tracks because I'm keeping the tacos and the titties.
I mean, in theory, oh, good.
Does the titties have milk in it?
I mean, no, that's kind of gross. Do you want them to have milk in them?
I don't care either or.
Jesus.
Like at least one time.
I mean, if that's what you're into, then yes, the titties have milk in them.
All right. Keep the hand on the titty then.
I mean, this is a hypothetical situation. It's not really real,
Mm-hmm.
So the titties can be. I mean, they could be B cup if you like B cup. They could be like double D's if you like those. They could be squirting out milk. I don't know, bro. What are you into? It's your fucking fantasy. And are the tacos like Taco Bell tacos? Are they like Wahoo fish tacos? Are they something fancy from like some restaurant? I don't know, like California or something? Like what kind of tacos are we talking?
Ooh,
I think the best tacos that you can imagine are the tacos, right? So it's the best titties and the best tacos.
oh, the best titties and the best tacos. Yeah, we're definitely going off the tracks now.
Yep.
See, and my thought was like, okay, I can take my hand, I can grab the taco, right? And I could maybe, with the taco still in my hand, like press the lever for the brake. I don't know how we got on the subject, but we're here. I don't think I could take my hand off the titty and do that. Like you can't take the titty with you with your hand to the brake and then like squeeze her titty against the brake while you fucking press the button in and then pull the lever.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Why?
I mean,
Why don't you just
another
do both
hypothetical
and she
is-
press the lever?
oh shit. You good?
Because that's not an option in this scenario. I don't know why.
Is it a soft shell taco
She's
or a
tied up.
crunchy? Because if it's
Her hands are
crunchy,
tied
then
up behind her
no.
back. That's why. Willingly. It's not like rape or anything.
It gotta be them street tacos.
Mm.
So like
You make me
the
hungry.
sauce not too hard.
Daniel says, you see Remington is closing its doors in New York. They're getting sued for gluing on the Remington R1 1911 Friends sites, I've heard. What?
Are you serious?
I have a Remington R1. It's an R1S. Let me go look at it and see if the front sight's glued on. Hold on.
That's a shotgun, right?
No, that's
No, it's a handgun.
1911.
Oh, the 1911. Oh, okay. I see where it says right there. Remington.
I didn't think they were making 1911s right now. I thought that's why what made the value go up a little bit.
And not only that, didn't they say they were moving their company anyway? So,
Yeah, they're moving to Georgia. That's posted in the back chat.
so when they were trying to make something and they ended up still getting sued when he's leaving.
Weird.
Well, I'm looking at my... I mean, I can't turn on the camera and show you because YouTube is a gay fag that likes dick in the ass, but...
Bad boy.
What you gonna do?
It does not appear to be anything but dovetailed in. Like there's a dovetail slot cut into the slide just as it should be, right? Because if you wanted to replace the sight, it's not like the integral original 1911 sights that were built into the slide and that you can't change out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like this has the changeable, and it's just got a regular. I think that's called a beaver tail, or what would you? Little fucking slot that you slide a fucking sight into, like right? Like that's what it is.
Apparently, there's that one that called Novak or whatever. No, I don't know how to say that shit right because the time I went shooting, right, the guy brought the 1911 he had. The rear sight was gone. We just shot it for the sake of shooting it, and that's all I was talking about. Like, ooh, it's definitely got some pushback for 45.
Oh, Daniel says it was impossible to remove the sight supposedly. Dude, when I think about it, when I first got this gun, I bought some night sights for it. And I put the slide in a vise and I was trying to like get the fucking front sight out. And I didn't want to scratch it, so I gave up and I never I don't know what happened to those sights, but I don't have them anymore. They're gone to the yokes of time. But yeah, bro. Funny enough, I couldn't get the front sight off of my 1911, and they're getting sued because people couldn't get the front sight off. That's hilarious.
I mean, you like the 45 round, right, Honda?
Meh, it's fine.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, would I want to get shot by it? Fuck no. Would you?
No.
But I wouldn't want to get shot by like a 22 either. So that's fair, I guess.
Definitely not a Heritage Rough Rider to D's nuts.
Y'all talking about hot glue guns, says Jake Gard. What's up, Jakey? How you doing, man? Go do some woolies. I was thinking about changing my channel name to Constitution Bra. Because there's this guy named Jixerbra who's in trouble with the law, and it's because he did a fucking ride from Denver to Colorado Springs in like 20 fucking minutes or whatever. We looked at it online, like where he started from and where he ended. It wasn't quite Denver to Colorado or Colorado Springs to Denver, but I mean, technically, basically, he did, you know. And yeah, the DPD, or I don't know if it's Colorado State Patrol or if it's Colorado Springs or who's charging him with what, but yeah, he's got like 7 charges now, and they fucking arrested him in Texas and brought him back to Colorado, and it's this whole fucking deal. And I might know who has his fucking motorcycle right now. Anyway.
Is it you?
It's not me, no. You wouldn't want me to fix... Okay, like, you've seen my gunsmithing, right? Yes?
A bit more, yes.
Yeah. Well, my gunsmithing skills are not the best, and my motorcycle mechanic skills are probably on par with that. Like, I could do, like, certain things. Like, I could, like, change the oil or, like, clean the chain, you know, like, certain... But if I'm like, oh, let me take off the handlebars and replace them, like, I think I need help with that. Like...
Is that hard, huh?
No, not for you. No, it's not, is the thing. Like, there's just, you know, it would be for me, and I would be afraid that I'd fuck something up, and now I have to live the rest of my life with those handlebars fucked up, you know, or whatever.
Almost as bad as Remington's sights.
Yeah, those bastards. Yeah, that's... Dude, I totally had... It was a fiber optic front sight and rear sight, so it was like 2 red dots and a green dot that like sunlight would catch, and now you can see super good. And I couldn't fucking... I don't know. It never came off, so I gave up. And I didn't want to scratch up the slide getting the... You know what I mean? Just to get a new sight on it. Like, it's fine how it is. I could just leave it and it would be fine.
No, I always do the sacrificial, like when I'm changing something out, I do like the one big fuck up on the gun or scratch or something. I'm like, okay, I guess this is how it is. I don't care anymore.
Dude, I dropped my dagger yesterday. It was sitting on my bed, and I sat down on the bed, and it slid off, and now there's a fucking... It's not like a big deal at all, but there's like a little like piece of the sight that was black covered with finish that's now not covered with finish, and I'm upset about it.
I mean, I did that with my red dot when I was putting screws in. So it's like little scratch marks.
Yep.
It's harder than you think. Yeah, I mean, like I've seen videos on people like doing handlebars and stuff, and like there's no individual part of it that's that hard, but it's like the cacophony of things that you have to do in order to do it correctly and to put them on and get them set up and like have all of your like brake cables and stuff or whatever fucking like good to go, brake lines, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah.
One day I'll get into the bike game.
Oh, working on bikes is kind of an art. You know what I mean? Like working on a car, it's like, oh, you need a new transmission, so you just fucking like do some bolts and drop the transmission and bolt a new one on and blah blah blah, and then plug some shit in and you're done. You know? With a bike, it's like, oh, I want to put this aftermarket piece on. That means I have to modify this and do that and shave a little bit off of here and blah blah blah, and then maybe it'll fit right and hopefully it works good. You know, if I know what I'm doing, it's okay.
I mean, that was kind of the reasons why I won a Harley, because it's easy to swap out parts, so I don't have to be doing all that.
Yeah, I mean, Harleys are cool, I guess. I don't know, not for the kind of riding that I like to do. I like to do like twisty roads and stuff, and there's a lot of those in Colorado. Like Harleys are good for like, hey, I want to go from here to Wyoming, and I want to go to Sturgis, right? Oh, I want to go on like a big long road trip that takes like a day and a half to get there, and a day and a half to get back, and I want to be comfortable the whole time and be out of the wind and have like a nice ride that's nice and smooth when it's going. Yeah, that's what Harleys are good at.
Oh, Honda, no doubt about it. Remember, I liked it the crotch rockets first, but I just felt like I think I'm too tall for that shit. But it's not. But one day I'll get one.
There's all kinds of bikes. There's crotch rockets, there's cruisers, there's adventure bikes, there's dirt bikes, there's multiple venues that you can go through.
I just want a cruiser and a crotch rocket. That's it.
Right, but I mean, like those are the two things that most people think about: is the cruiser and the crotch rocket. I would say look at adventure bike. Like that's kind of the answer.
No, trust me, I have coworkers. They telling me all about this stuff, teaching me all about it. Yeah, I saw the venture ones. It's like, okay, I see the appeal, but out for me, I definitely am not a big fan of those type of ones that have that big ass hood in the front. I'm like, no, take that shit off.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into some stories, shall we?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, don't even have them pulled up yet. I gotta go. I gots to go to the Twitter. Hey, look, we're live on Twitter right now, and there's the thing that I just pulled up. Weird. You can watch this on Twitter, everybody. In case you didn't know, there's exactly 0 people. I don't know, 18 people. I can't tell how many people. Nope, 0 live viewers right now. But you know, it's fine. It'll be there. And if YouTube pulls some shenanigans, some chicanery, some shit, then it'll still be up on Twitter. Just so you guys know.
So my answer to Davey, I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to make sure I do all that stuff before I reach that age.
So have you seen the fires in Mexico?
Oh, not Chile?
Yes.
In Mexico? After the directed energy weapons have been spotted? Do you guys think that these things are happening? Is that what happened in fucking Hawaii and other places now?
100%.
So the interesting thing about Hawaii and Chile both is that Hawaii was supposed to be the first 15-minute city, and Chile was like a testing ground, I guess, to be like the initiator people for it or whatever, like the architect, I guess is what you'd say there, for the creation of them. So yeah, very interesting on both fronts.
I mean, I heard the concept of a 15-minute city, but technically it's still never been implemented, huh?
Not yet. They're trying to, though, with these things.
Well, that's what they want us to do, right? That's like the end result of like Agenda 2030. Mm-hmm. Is you will be in the pod, you will eat the bugs, you will live in the 15-minute city so that your carbon footprint is as low as possible. And once they have everyone in their fucking gulags, it's like, oh, like all of these dystopian future movies are kind of going to come into play, like a mixture of all of them. It feels like that kind of feels like what's the one where Hunger Games, I think, where everyone's in like the different districts and like like you're running out of food, and then also that one where like the dude had the watch on his arm that showed how much time he has left to live, and then you have to pay for things with time.
Yep.
I kind of feel like it's going to be a combination of those two things.
I mean that, but also this is what happened to it. You know, they got no problem throwing a lot of guys in this scenario, and some people would do it. Like they strap you off to like a jerk off machine and shit, just looking at stuff to VR.
No, that's just
that would be a brave new world, but yeah.
Yeah.
I could see more of the dread like megacities, honestly, where it's just like a giant block.
For it to get that bad, that would have to be like certain scenarios. I mean, I can see that happen in China because they've done stuff close like that before.
Now, where's that big? They started construction on it, but it's like a really long and narrow. Is that in Egypt? I think it's somewhere in the desert. And somewhere it like reflects all the sunlight?
Yeah, somewhere in the Arabic lands. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a 15-minute city concept deal. It's supposed to house like 1 million people or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like a giant wall almost or something.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, is it Steven? I've been calling you Steven for a while now, and I was looking at your chat last night on Never Enough Ammo's chat, and I realized that it's Stefan, or is it Stefan, or is it actually Steven, or how do you say your name, sir? You did not answer that last night, so I would like to know. But Mr. Carroll says, buddy of mine has tassels on his bike flowing from the handlebars. Got him a basket and a bell for his birthday. He didn't think it was too funny. I think that's funny. I really like, okay, so that, like they make these bar end whips, right? So like the end of your bar it's a tube, right? So it has like a hole in it. If you don't have anything on the end of it, like you have to put a bar end on it in case you fucking drop the bike, it'll slide on that fucking piece without fucking up your handlebars, and you don't have to get new ones, right? But they also make other things that go in that hole. One of them being a whip. So you like Harley dudes all over the place have whips just hanging off of their fucking handlebars. And I guess you could take them off and fucking whip somebody.
Is that what it's for?
I'm surprised it ain't became a thing now. You know what I'm talking about. We'd be like, oh, that's racist. Bikers got whips.
Yeah. Well, I think in certain cases, especially, I don't know how biker gangs work. I've never been part of one, like fucking Mongols or whoever, you know. But I think that there are times where it's like, oh, get your whip. And that's what they mean.
I always thought those were like, so they didn't turn too far. So
I don't know. Maybe there's some other gay reason. I'm not sure, but
I mean, I seen some cliche stuff. I thought they would bring like a big old chain with them.
anyway. Well, Stephen, if that is your real name, let me know how to say it. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing. Just curious. Anyway. So there was a man arrested for the deaths of 2 people at the University of Colorado Springs. Here's the 2 people who died of gunshot wounds in their dorm room.
Oh boy.
And they always don't show the picture of the guy who did it, do they? And they say, the man arrested for, the person charged with, the blah, 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 without mentioning, anything about race or origins or whatever. Because they want to hide the fact that white people are being targeted with more hate crimes in this country than ever before. In history, at this point, I think of the entire country right now. And it's being covered up by the media. It's being encouraged by the media. It's being encouraged by the school system. It's being encouraged by the fucking universities. It's being looked the other way by the courts. It's being enabled by the political system. And if you're on the other side of it, like let's say if you, I don't know, do a burnout on a pride flag, you're charged with a felony. But if you, I don't know, rape a girl, a 14-year-old girl in Utah, you're let go with probation. It's just, depends on who the victim of the crime is and who the perpetrator is that determines these things. It's no longer about like, let the punishment fit the crime. It's like, let the punishment fit the crime with looking through the lens of political ideology.
They also finally named the Kansas City parade shooters the other day, and they were both of legal age.
Oh, I thought they were withholding their names because they were under 18.
Yeah, that's what everybody kept saying, and then no, it turns out they're 18 and 22 respectively.
I was about to say they look like they legal age.
Didn't stop him with Rittenhouse, did it?
He was trending this morning too because of that, because he was talking about himself being fucked over as a minor.
Or the little.
Are they illegals, or are they like part of a gang, or how did that shake out?
It was definitely gang related at this point.
It was some hood shit.
Yeah, there's a video of them behind some reporter guy like getting into it with each other, and then they start to walk away, and then they pull guns and start shooting each other.
Oh yeah, that video. Yeah, you can easily. I saw the way that was going to work. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, I hadn't heard much more past that. That's weird.
Well, Jason Go says it's called a get back whip, supposed to keep people back. Okay, that's good to know.
Get back.
Back.
Again, like I don't really know what they're used for. I just think they're kind of cool. I kind of want to get one, but I'm like, meh. I also want to get a Harley Davidson sticker, so I'm not sure.
I mean, I got whips, but I use them on ladies though.
Jesus, what are you in? Goddamn, Shot Red.
Oh, yeah, that's
BDSM.
Yeah, just for the bedroom mostly.
Yeah.
If you get that sticker,
like,
Honda, you gotta get some massive chaps too.
Nah.
Harley Davidson. I just think it's funny because people will be like, "Oh, what kind of bike is that?" And you put it over Kawasaki, and it says Harley Davidson. What the fuck is this faggot shit?
I still ain't got that ammo sexual shirt. I'm kind of curious. I don't get a lot of flack for that.
The fuck
Did you just say animal sexual?
Yeah. There's like a meme. Yeah.
I'm scared.
Ammo. Yeah.
Okay.
You never seen that type of shirt? You don't think I'm fucking going to watch that one.
Well, people are saying it's Stefan. But Stefan won't answer. So I think he likes being called Steven. I'm not sure, bro. He won't answer my question, so it's kind of difficult to know what to call you. But I'm calling you Stefan now.
Call him Stefan.
I'm calling him Mr. S.
Urkel.
Stefan Molyneux.
Ooh, fancy.
All right, now listen to this.
In Vladimir Putin's Russia, political repression is everywhere. And hundreds have been arrested for daring to honor Navalny so publicly.
Right. Because the difference between our urinal caked chaotic subways and your candelabra beautiful subways is the literal price of freedom.
Since that day, more than 1,200 people have been charged for their assault on the Capitol. Nearly 900 of them have been convicted or pled guilty. Collectively to date, they have been sentenced to more than 840 years in prison.
Thoughts?
It's all fucking bullshit, man.
I mean, it's funny how they're like, well, Russia's not a good place because they jail their political enemies and they go after people who are politically against them. And then don't even like think about applying that same standard to maybe people who politically disagree with you in America, in the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the very definition of cognitive dissonance. It's like, how can you hold one standard in your head and not hold it at the same time in your head when applying it to another group? You know? Like, it's hypocrisy. Like, that's another... I was talking to my son about what cognitive dissonance is, and he was like, basically, oh, like, that's basically hypocrisy. It's like being a hypocrite. I'm like, yeah, kind of, yeah. Like, I guess in effect, that's what cognitive dissonance is. Because it's like believing something, but then when the situation changes, like now all of a sudden, like that's out the fucking window, you know? Not even a fucking issue.
Yep.
Trump said Ashley will get a monument in DC. I still think, I would be just happy enough if they would charge the police officer who shot her in the fucking neck with whatever crime they can charge him with. You know, I know it's Washington, D.C., and this isn't going to happen, but if there was, like, justice in this country, she wasn't physically assaulting anybody. She wasn't in danger of hurting anybody. She didn't have a weapon in her hand. He could clearly see her, right? And he shot her in the fucking neck at point-blank range. An unarmed woman. Now, think about this. As a black officer, white woman. Change the races. How does that work?
Riots for months on end. That's the difference.
And that's the problem, that there is a difference. It shouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Justice should be blind. Justice should not care whether the person murdered was black, white, poor, rich, whatever. Doesn't matter. Shouldn't matter, but it does.
Yeah. That guy acorn drilled her before the acorn drill was a thing. That's what happens when you get pussy-ass cops with a gun who think that they're fucking tough. He was a pussy-ass cop with a fucking gun.
Yeah, well.
Mm-hmm. But I was just dealing with some officers today, but we were in there just grilling salmon.
Yeah, man. It's sad. There's some officers that are good, and there's just some officers that are fucking pieces of shit, man.
Oh, yeah. I dealt with them today at work. We were just shooting the shit, just talking.
Yep.
One thing I've noticed, it seems like there's a lot of guys that go from military to policing, and those seem to be the biggest dickheads of all of them, in many cases.
Well, most people don't like MPs. No, I'm partial because I'm friends with two MPs. One's on SWAT here. So.
Well, okay, so the thing about, like if you go from, like, Army, right? Like, you're, like, an Army whatever, and then you do your fucking tour, and you come back, and you don't want to re-sign up, but you want a job, and you can come be a police officer. It's like, well, your entire military training doesn't go away. And in your military training, every person that you deal with that has a gun is a bad guy. it's us versus them mentality that you carry with you, right? Because it is in that situation, especially. But even when you become a police officer, they have that like brothers in blue fucking like I got your back if you got mine, and like they fucking cover for each other and they cover up crimes for each other. And that's why I always say if there's one bad cop and 10 good cops or whatever, you have 11 bad cops because they cover for each other. They make sure that they don't go to jail. Oh, you might get laid off or fired or whatever, but then the fucking neighboring jurisdiction hires you the next day because the fucking chief makes a phone call and gets you the job. And then it goes away in the papers because they got your back too, you know, to some extent. Not always. Like, look at Chauvin, but whatever.
I mean, I'll play a little bit devil's advocate. Like, some of the ones that come from the military, I've seen half can be fuck-ups and half actually know more than the freaking officers that they do hire. And I've seen enough some, like, officers that they do hire. They just, like, people who join in, whatever. I mean, I got people that work in my profession job thinking about joining police, and some of them are like, she really wants you to be in police, but it's like, hey, you know, better pay and all this other shit. But
Denver and Aurora and like Denver metro area is trying to make it legal now to hire illegal aliens to become police officers.
And then what we're doing. Because, like, I could probably, do it now if I want to be a police officer, but it's like all the other shit and that shit that, what's his name's trying to do, you know, fucking Gavin Newsom with the fucking gun shit. So some more new shit came out.
Well, think about this, dude.
Out of state.
The military is lowering their standards, and they're allowing people who are not born in this country to join as a means to gain citizenship. So if you're here legally and you want to get it like on paper legal or whatever, like come do 8 years in the Navy or whatever, and yeah, you're good to go. Right? What happened at the end of Rome? Who's fighting for Rome? Was it Roman people? No, the answer is absolutely not. And Rome was handing out citizenship to barbarians or whoever it was that would fight for them. The Visigoths, right, would come in and fight for the Roman army. And as long as they were getting paid, as long as they were getting their silver dinars and everything was good, they would continue to fight and they would follow their orders and they would do what they were told. But the moment that Rome couldn't pay them, they turned on Rome and they sacked it. And that's how Rome ended. So where are we at in the history of the American Empire, which is what we are now? I mean, we were started as a republic, but we're not a republic anymore.
I mean,
so
empire is kind of loose. I mean, it is how the country is run. I mean, how the government, whatever you want to call it. Because empire is just like a nation, just a name. But yeah.
In current history, in the past like 48 hours or so, Republican John James and Democrat Pat Ryan introduced a piece of shit legislation that would allow illegals to join military now and get citizenship through that.
Right. I mean, they've been talking about it. That's been the plan the whole time. I think the other plan is to get everybody in here, as many as possible. That's why they're flooding them in right now. And then as a deal to get the border sealed up, they're going to give everyone who's here amnesty and then give them voting rights. Yeah. So now everywhere that you send them, all of these sanctuary cities, Democrat hellholes forever. Forever. No taking it back. And even if you could, I mean, you know, they could just rewrite the code for the voting machines and it doesn't matter anyway, you know, or whatever.
Well, that's one of the things I always find interesting too, because like the people that are in power, we know what they're doing, and they are doing it like for votes and all this stuff to do more control. I could see them being that stupid or that hubris, because most people don't follow history well, that it could fall into that situation, just like the Roman thing, where the people do turn on them, the people that they got all these inside the country.
Jake says, let's hire space aliens to be the cops. We can pay them in dilithium. And that they need it for their space cars. What was the guy's... Okay, it was a Superman, like, good guy, bad guy. He wasn't really a bad guy, but he kind of was. Who was like a bounty hunter who rode the space motorcycle.
Oh, fuck, why am I forgetting his name right now? Lobo?
No.
Yes, Lobo, totally. I want the Lobo motorcycle. That's what I want. Flying through the air.
The next problem is on top of that, that's going to be the force that, just like when Rome falls, they're going to get all of our training, you know, from the military, and then they'll use it on us. How many gang members are going to be going and then giving their gang our current military tactics, and then know how to counter some military tactics. Like, that is just fucked.
Well,
Dude, that's
well,
already
will
been
there
happening.
be more because
I know.
that's been happening
For
since before
years.
the Bush
Well,
But this is on
we
a
go down
large
to Mexico
scale.
and we're like, hey, Mexican anti-cartel agents, let's train you up real good on how to be anti-cartel. And
Yep.
then 1 week later, after we leave, all of the dudes that we trained are like, hey, cartel, pay me and I'll train you on how to fucking be anti-cartel people.
Yeah, they've been training those type of people, even gang members, since before the Bush era. There were even articles talking a little bit about that too.
Right, and I think that's like what I just said is a generous scenario. That's like, oh, we were trying to train the military people in Mexico, and we ended up training the cartels. Like, it could be way worse than that, where they're like directly training the cartels and funding them. And like, did you hear? Okay, so it was when Carrie Lake, I think. What was that chick's name from Arizona? Is it Carrie Lake?
Yeah, Curry Lake.
When she was like talking to the dude who she fucking recorded, and they were talking about like the powerful men out east and all that stuff, that conversation. Well, he was implying to her that, like, oh yeah, you might show up dead. There's Mexican cartels all over the place. You never know what could happen. Implying that basically, like, we have control of the Mexican cartels and we can use them to put a hit out on somebody, and that could be you if you don't comply with what we want.
Well, the thing is, when you started looking into her whole deposition there when she was trying to sue because of governorship there in Arizona, it turns out that Katie Hobbs, who 100% sold that governorship, is actually in league with Sinaloa cartel and a whole bunch of other people, and I believe it was Maricopa County, like all the border supervisors, all the people like that, are also on the fucking payroll of the cartels at this point.
Daniel says, you see Elon's Neuralink is installed and working. Wasn't that like killing a bunch of fucking lab rats and shit? I guess they probably got it better than, the
Yeah, now they just put it in a hobo and it's working.
Is it a hobo, really?
With a
I mean,
shotgun?
would you want to waste it on a good person or like a crazy homeless guy?
Or you can use it on a person in prison.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to be like,
Right.
like,
a
hey,
death row
Elon, I
guy?
volunteer to be the first person you put the wire into my brain with. Like, cool. No. I don't know, if they had it like down pat and perfect and working good and people were like hooked in, would you want to do it? I might. I don't know.
No,
I need some
absolutely
robo
fucking not.
legs.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of other people knowing my thoughts.
Yeah, I'm already fucked up enough. I don't need that shit fucking recorded, okay?
Yeah, I mean, there's that. I don't know. It might come to a point though where like human productivity compared to augmented human productivity is like night and fucking day, and it's like I could make $20 an hour just being like a whatever at a job, or I could put the implant in my brain and get paid like $4,000 a day. Like doing like weird internet work in my brain.
Yeah, dude, that's the carrot. The next step is the stick. Just the same with the fucking poke. Then what happens when they use the stick and you don't do it? You fucking are dead.
Tanya says now they put a blind guy today and now they can't get him off of the hub. It's like, I've never seen titties before. They're amazing. I don't know why the shape of these is so appealing to me, but it is.
Yeah, you're gonna be jacking in the hub.
Daniel says, for real, I think they started off with people that have seizures and stuff. They think they can fix them. I was watching this thing where they were using it was a brain, I think it was an MRI machine. And they basically focused all the MRI in like this one part of his brain that fucking was having seizures and used it to kill his brain because you can put that much power through it. But just like at that like one minuscule spot, kill the brain. And then when the procedure was done, like he could drink water without his hand shaking. It was actually pretty amazing.
Shit, I was looking at an article where, because like certain football players and people got like holes in their head and stuff, that they actually using some of those type of chips up to the brain, like it's like they're actually really healing the brain, which I found kind of interesting.
That's what they did with that one strain of weed called Charlotte's Web, because that little girl kept having seizures, and it stopped her seizures, and it's not a whole lot of THC in it at all.
All right, now watch this. This is good. This is wild. I don't even know if I should show it, but whatever. Here you go.
earlier this week when 2 monkeys from the Dallas Zoo disappeared. But there is good news. The emperor tamarin monkeys were, that obviously is not a picture that we expected up there. We have a zoo story we're telling here. And apparently these monkeys vanished from the zoo. And now the suspected thief has also been found. At least a 24-year-old. Okay. We're going to step out of this story right now. And Matt Grove, we're going to talk about the
See, I don't know if you call him the editor or whatever, but you know that guy's getting fired. You know he did that on purpose.
I feel like I shouldn't laugh because it was a very racist joke, but it's a very good edited racist joke. You're muted, bro.
Expedited path to citizenship will require them to.
God damn it! I would gave this whole thing a fucking introduction. Yeah, basically, what we were talking about a second ago. The U.S. military is now allowing people to join the military in order to gain citizenship, much like the end of Rome. But here's the actual story.
First serve in the U.S. military.
All right, Fox Side's Morgan McKay joins us with details of the bill, which lawmakers say could help solve 2 problems at once.
There is no higher honor than serving your country in uniform.
And that honor could be extended to migrants under a new bill introduced by Hudson Valley Congressman Pat Ryan, called the Courage to Serve Act. This bill would offer qualified and vetted migrants an expedited path to citizenship if they serve in the military. According to Ryan, last year the military services collectively missed recruiting goals by roughly 41,000 recruits, leaving some crucial positions unfilled.
If there are folks with the courage to raise their right hand, take an oath to protect and defend our Constitution, and put their lives on the line for this country, then they sure as hell deserve the opportunity to be citizens in the United States of America.
This bill comes days after a bipartisan border security package negotiated by the Senate fell apart amid Republican opposition. Staten Island Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis argued that the Senate bill did not go far enough when it comes to securing the border, and said there is more President Joe Biden can do in the interim.
Real quick, why is this happening, do you guys think? Why are there not enough United States citizens willing to join the military to the point where they are now lowering standards and letting foreign nationals join our military for citizenship? What's going on?
It's wokeism, and we know that it's bullshit, the people that aren't woke.
Yeah,
You have
there's
both
several
sides of the aisle not signing up because of both things.
Yeah, there's those 2 factors, and there's also a lot of other stuff. But it is mostly the generals in charge right now are just jackasses, and they are pushing the, gender equality crap like that all the time, and just all kinds of anti-white racist BS is what it is. And it's garbage is what it is.
Okay, I think that's part of it. But
and then it's also all the excess, things they have to force upon them when they join up for various shots and stuff. So,
oh yeah.
Again, I think that's part of it, but I think the other part of it is, and I think this is probably the main part, because people would deal with the bullshit and people would deal with the whatever if we were fighting just wars. If the U.S. military was being used to actually protect the American people's interests, if the wars that we got into weren't based upon lies, if, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's become so apparent to the average person that when their kid turns 18 and he's like, Dad, should I join the military? You're like, hell the fuck no, you should not. You should not go to a sand pit and die so a billionaire gets to keep more of his money or whatever, right? Because that's every war that I can think of has been for the interests of either the deep state military industrial complex, like the oil oligarchs, like the people who already have so much fucking money, some combination thereof, or like the poppy seed people, like big pharma fucking shit, right? But it's never for let's protect the American people's freedom and way of life. It's never like, hey, let's do something good for this country that's getting fucked over. Even if they say it is. And that's the problem, I don't know.
Well, what's really interesting is if you look at every single place that we've invaded since 9/11, none of them had Rothschild central banks in them before that, and after, every single one of those countries have Rothschild central banks in them now.
Well, yeah, it's all that put together.
Yeah, man. I'd say we being the sheep, we'll go with we're the sheep, right? We have gotten so intelligent and technology has pushed us so further along that we can check this stuff so quickly and we can keep up with this stuff so quickly. I think that's why we're being replaced by lesser intellectual people, because they need more people that are so fucking dumb that they will be controlled to vote exactly how they want. They are trying to get rid of us.
Well, it's somewhat that line, but it's also the fact that when you look at where a lot of these people are coming from, it's already socialist and communist nations.
Yeah,
Look at our fucking education system, though, dude. Like the kids that are coming out of the education system these days aren't able to think. They can't do math at like grade school level. Their reading is below grade school level, and when they're learning about social studies, it's like racism, sexism, misogyny, blah blah blah, like history of fucking horrible shit in your country. If you're white, you should hate yourself. If you're black, you own this place because your grandparents built it. Like, that's what they teach you.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want.
They did the study. Okay, so like they did this study where they took, it was like 50 women, and they were like, okay, you're gonna go on a job interview, but we're gonna put this hideous scar on your face. It's like, it's not a real scar. It's like fucking makeup or whatever they do to make a scar on your face. But we're gonna put this scar on your face, and you're gonna go do this interview. And in the interview, like, you're gonna see if they treat you differently because you have the scar on your face. Like, okay, cool, that's the social experiment. And then, like, right before they go in for the interview, they'd be like, oh, we got to touch up your makeup just a little bit. And they would remove the scar. So the women, thinking that they had a scar on their face, would go into the interview thinking that they had a scar on their face, and then report back horrendous levels of discrimination based upon the fact that the person had treated them differently because of the scar on their face that wasn't there. And moreover, would say, like, would quote the person, well, he said this thing, and he was obviously referring to the scar on my face. So the point is, if you tell people that they will be fucking the target of discrimination, then they will find the discrimination when they are out in public, in the wild. They'll make it happen. They will assume that it's happening. And often it's not. Often is the case that it's like, no, we have a dress code here, or whatever, you know? It's not about you being black or whatever it is, you know? And then it's perceived as that, and then it's blown up, and then people fucking perpetuate it, and then we have a whole fucking society that unzips. And that's the plan.
It's like that video the other day of that woman in that restaurant who was asked to quiet down because she was being really loud. And she's like, oh, it's because I'm black.
It's right. Like, no, shut the fuck up.
I don't like how she says bitch. Bit! What'd you say to me, bit? I don't like the cuz either. Why is everyone's like, what up, cuz? I hate the cuz.
Hey, that's where my area, we used to say that a lot.
I'm not your cousin.
Maybe. What up, cuz?
I am not your cousin, sir.
What about I say you're my blood then?
If Trump was guilty, why did the January 6th Select Committee destroy all of the evidence that they compiled against him? Is that true? Or is this just a meme that someone wrote up? I'm not sure.
There was a bunch of stuff that was basically swept away after the committee happened.
Well, I know most of their evidence that they used for that bullshit committee or whatever was cherry-picked. They're like, okay, we're going to take this piece of evidence, but not that piece. We're going to take this clip, but not that one. We're going to look at this person, but not this one. You know, like when you run an investigation like that, you can come to whatever conclusion you want. I mean, that's tobacco science with an investigation. It's like if you pay the people to do the study, you can come up with whatever result to the study you want. And it's the same fucking principle, dude.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, because I think also one of the things that got swept under the rug is because some of the evidence is kind of like damning on them too. So I guess they're like, we don't want to bring that out.
Right, and that's with their cherry-picked evidence. So, like, here's the evidence that we've cherry-picked. Ooh, even that stuff, some of it shows how guilty we are. So we can't even, get rid of it. Makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. We can't reveal the name of the Kansas City parade shooters because they're under 18. Well, they're not. And neither was, Kyle Rittenhouse was, right? And he was 17 at the time.
Yep, he was 17.
And then there was this kid. What do they call this guy with the Indian
Nick
guy?
Sandman.
Yeah, Sandman.
Nathan was the guy that was the Indian dude.
But he was 16, 17 at the time, and
yep.
he didn't do shit. All he did was like stand up to the guy who came up to him and bang the fucking drum in his face like a piece of fucking shit. And then let's not forget Child Blackface, who they were trying to charge with hate crimes.
His family is actually getting one back now and suing a shitload of mainstream media outlets.
I hope so. I hope that, honestly, I hope that they sue the shit out of everybody and win in every single court, and then like win on appeal and charge them every bit of money that they can possibly charge them every time this shit happens until they stop.
That's where Rittenhouse went wrong. He should have done the lawsuit train immediately on everybody.
Yeah, he had a bad handler, let's just say that.
Well, we've said this about Rittenhouse several times. He's like 1 or 2 points above Forrest Gump level. Like, he's not a smart guy, dude.
Well, he was also a 17-year-old kid at the time being charged with, what, double murder, triple murder, something like that? And, like,
True.
a bunch of other crimes and shit.
100%. And, like, what he did was, like, by the grace of God, did he survive that in the manner in which he did. That's why I keep saying, like, God loves Kyle Rittenhouse.
The thing I find most disgusting about that entire trial is how many plea deals are given to all the actual criminals, like Joshua Zieminski, who fired the first shot that night, etc., etc.
Right, so that they could charge this kid and go after him so that they could make a fucking statement and, like, tell everybody, like, oh, if there's a riot in your town and you want to stop it and you bring an AR-15 and something happens, we're going to fuck you too. Like, that's what they wanted to say.
I actually got into it with people today because Rittenhouse's name was trending again because of this whole thing, and they were still making up the lies that Rittenhouse's mom took him across state lines with a gun, and it's like, no, she didn't, dude. It was his friend Dominic Black in Wisconsin that was there driving the vehicle.
And it's not against the law anyway. Like, why is that even a fucking talking point? Like, across state lines, like, what's the point? Why are you saying that? Is that illegal to do that? Oh, it's not? Then shut the fuck up. All right, let's see this. Here's Daniel. He posted a clip.
Ooh. I see that, yeah. Oh, man. We know who he votes for. Is it the winning team?
This car runs on blood memory. Says, can you check out my friend's channel, Nick Gurr? Sure, man. Nick Gurr. I don't know what kind of content he does. Oh, my God.
Hopefully it's something that is along the lines of what we talk about here, and certainly hopefully it's entertaining, and you guys
go check out Nick Gurr. You might like it. Who knows?
Drop a link in there, and the moderators will let roll.
One of the classics.
The way that Corey was like, yeah, go check out Nick Gurr. There you go, Daniel. We played your super chat.
I like it a lot.
I forgot about that shit, dude. HBO says, sent you a link to my Livingston lawsuit in Discord, says HBO. I'm assuming this is for the suppressed pistol thing that you went through with the police where they arrested you like a bitch. Not that you were a bitch, but they were a bitch for doing it.
Wait, say that again? He had a suppressor on his pistol and they arrested him for it?
Yep.
Wasn't
like a neighbor
like
called the
Section
police
8 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken?
Like a neighbor called the police and they're like, oh, they've got silencers and pistols and blah, blah, blah. And the police showed up and fucking took a shit and arrested him.
They didn't say, oh, well, you have a tax stamp and blah, 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 so have a great day, sir.
I don't even think that, okay, like, let's say, theoretically, that I've got a machine gun. And a police officer comes to my house and says, hey, you have a machine gun. Do they arrest me, or do they call the ATF and the ATF comes and does their investigation? Like, how does
I feel
that?
like they probably would have like called and seen if you had like a class 3 license or something before they went. Like, especially if a neighbor was calling you. Like, what if it was just a fucking Karen and they're like, oh my God, he has a full auto AK. And they'd be like, well, ma'am, don't worry about it. His paperwork's good. Just go get fucked.
And I'm not seeing where you posted this in my Discord. Did you post it in Never Enough Ammo's Discord, maybe? Dirk. No, I don't see it there either.
Look at them titties.
Yeah, I like the like medium-sized titties. Not too small, not too big. That's my favorite.
Just enough for a handful?
Yeah, like a good handful full of titty, you know? Because if they're too big,
They're not small.
They're too big, they can get floppy and droopy and nasty when they get older.
Yeah.
Plus they get
Then
those
they're like
fucking,
bags
like
of sand.
Like the Sicilian pepperoni fucking nipples, you know, like the giant fucking nipples. I don't like that.
Yeah, those scare me.
But like
okay,
titties? That's the difference between a boob and titties, I think. But you know, whatever. You DM
Have you ever felt a titty before?
I don't see it in my DMs, bruh. Oh, did you DM it like a while ago? It might be like way down here. Hold on. HBO Matt. FC Matt. There we go. Oh, here we go. Yes. In fact, you did. Oh, man. I'm not going to read a whole lawsuit. Bring this civil action for damages against the city of Livingston, including blah, 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 blah. Dude, I hate how fucking lawsuits are worded because you have to name everybody in it, and like it just makes reading it out loud like so difficult to do. For retaliatory conduct in response to plaintiffs' exercises of their First Amendment and Second Amendment rights, including lawfully carrying a handgun in compliance with the state and federal laws, filming police activity, contradicting police officers' understanding of the law, refusing to submit to unlawful searches without search warrant, probable causes, or even reasonable suspicion, and refusing to comply with orders contrary to state law. The retaliatory conduct includes the unlawful arrest of plaintiffs.
I mean, there was a bunch of bitches.
It also includes the retaliatory prosecution following those arrests. Okay, dude. I bet you're about to get rich off this shit, bro. You're about to get one of those fucking $50,000 fucking payouts or something.
Yeah, next time you're going to get arrested, it's going to be a full auto-suppressed pistol.
Right, you're going to have so many suppressors. You're going to have like 3 suppressors on your pistol. Because you can.
Good luck on your court date.
Good. Fuck them.
Look at all these presidents with guns. What happened?
Got a bunch of pussies now.
And then this fucking cucked-ass motherfucker. Would you be surprised if it was like some dude wearing a Biden mask this whole time and he's been dead for like 6 months?
No.
I think it's about 10 people wearing Biden masks at this point, honestly.
I mean, you guys have seen the video of like the mask coming loose at the back of his ear, and then his earlobes being attached, and then not attached, then attached, then not attached, then attached, then not attached, depending on which clip you have of him.
Yeah. Have you seen the clip where it's shipping it out under pressure?
You mean
Shooting and I suffered the pressure.
Criminal shoving up pressure, pushing down on me, pushing down on you.
That makes me so happy.
And if you want something to happen to you and it's...
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Americans killed in 1 year by dangerous weapons. Handguns, 7,105. Rifles, 374. Shotguns, 262. Abortions, 926,200.
Yeah, it's probably the guns.
I like how they're all doing assault weapons bans on rifles, but only 300. I mean, it's 375 people, granted. That's a lot of people, but in a country of 350 million people, that's not very many people.
Man, speaking of that, when's Colorado going to pull their head out of their ass? They're fucking you over there, Honda.
Oh, I know. And, dude, I was watching this thing about the Bruin decision and what's going on in was it 6th Circuit and Illinois' fucking ban that they're doing, and their assault weapons ban, and how, like, they came out with clear fucking decision from the Supreme Court, the Bruin decision, saying, like, here's the criteria that you need to apply if you're going to do any kind of a ban of a gun or whatever. Like, these are the criteria that it needs to fucking comply with. And if it doesn't, you can't do it. It's not constitutional. And then the lower court was like, you know what? We really don't like that ruling, so we're just going to ignore it, and we're going to do whatever the fuck we want. So now there's like this battle between the 6th Circuit and the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has absolute fucking supremacy over them. Like, they have all of the authority in the world over this lower court. The lower court's just, like, not complying with their orders. And the thing is, what happens with this decision in Illinois is going to affect Colorado and other states that are planning to do other types of assault weapons bans, as well as, like, states that already have them on the books, like New York and like New Jersey and California and Hawaii.
Maryland.
Right. Like, they all have laws in the books that need to be overturned on the basis of the Bruin decision, right? But the lower courts aren't upholding the fucking Supreme Court's decision. And I think what they're trying to do is hold out long enough to get, like, stack the Supreme Court or get new people in there or whatever, and then retry Bruin or do some other fucking decision at the Supreme Court that overrules Bruin, and then they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, man. Just like Biden. I know this is illegal, but I'm going to do it anyway, and it's going to take like 6 months, and I'm going to get something done anyway.
The thing that bothers me is how many Second Amendment federal groups that refuse to do lawsuits based on the Marbury versus Madison decision.
Wait, say that again. I was reading.
Marbury versus Madison in 1803 says anything that can be looked at as unconstitutional if you look, it was never written to begin with, there should be a bunch of pro-2A groups at a federal level filing lawsuits based on that decision from 1803.
Oh, you're talking about, like, anything that's repugnant to the Constitution is null and void, that decision? Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Well, the thing about that is they will never apply that because they know what they're doing. Like,
dude, that's why I don't trust any of these fucks, because they're just, if they really gave a shit, look at how many fucking gun organizations there are. Just NRA, for an example. They are a piece of fucking shit if they are not on every goddamn court case that involves the fucking 2A. They're not. They hit the fucking mainstream shit, and then they pump a little money into the candidates they like. Other than that, they're pieces of fucking shit, just taking our goddamn money. That's why don't fucking send your money to these stupid bastards. They're all special interest anyway.
Well, the worst thing about the NRA is they not only do all that, they'll come into states like mine where we have constitutional carry about to hit in 2022, and right when it's about to go out of chambers into the governor's desk are like, hey, everybody, you should put Terry stops in this legislation. And then they fucking got some state rep to do that. And it got passed in.
We have constitutional carry, and it's not everything it's cracked up to be. There's extra shit, like, say you accidentally walk into a business, you didn't see the dinky little fucking sticker on the door saying you can't have a gun, and you have to do something in an event there, you get charged with a felony instead of a misdemeanor if you had your CCW. So it actually takes some rights away from you and some protections away from you over the CCW. So even if you are a constitutional carry state, you're better off with your CCW, especially if you get like a Democratic, like the biggest town, say you're in Colorado and it's Denver or whatever the fuck. They're going to have more shit in their city legislation over your state legislation. So you're going to like here in Omaha, you can't have it in your fucking car. You have to have it locked with your ammo separate, not in the fucking magazine. Who the fuck carries their gun like that if they're CCWing? Nobody. That's why it's fucking written that way. It makes you a criminal no matter what the fuck you have.
Yeah, in Colorado, I don't know if they passed this or like what's going on with it, but they basically reclassified all of these different areas as places that you can't carry.
Yep,
Yeah, sensitive areas.
Exactly what Omaha.
Yeah, so like if you're like at a park in Denver, and that applies to this kind of park and that kind of park in this area, and we consider these parks too, and I forget all the bullshit. But they were like, yeah, basically if you're like walking anywhere in Denver that you would probably want to carry a fucking concealed weapon because you might get mugged or whatever, you can't do it because it's against the law.
Even if you have your fucking license.
Yeah,
they pulled
I
that
think
same
if you
shit
have your
in-
license over constitutional carry, you have a better chance in court.
and like they did the same thing in Illinois. Like, okay, here's the guns you can't have anymore, but we'll let you grandfather them in if you bring them in and register them and blah 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 blah. Then you can still have them, but you can't carry them. You can only have them in your residence or at a gun range, or if you're in between. If you can't use them for self-defense because blah blah. Like they made all of these rules about them, saying like, sure, you can have your AR-15, I guess, but if you don't want to be charged with a crime, you can't ever use it for anything ever.
Yep.
Yeah, it's bullshit, dude. Anyway. Anywho's.
Minnesota's going the same route with that too now.
I think what we need to do is everyone needs to record themselves doing an acorn drill. And here's the acorn drill. You ready?
Acorn drill. Here we go. Run, jump forward, jump forward, jump forward, jump forward.
I'm hit. I'm hit.
See, it's critical to have
pretty good training.
of that too. So you got to put like a fucking like a dummy around, like third bullet down or something.
Yeah, snap cap it.
But
It's actually a pretty good training drill. I mean,
it's not bad.
No different than you like stop and do 20 push-ups to get your heart rate up, and then just fire.
I like it, but okay. You remember like a month ago when there was that dude who was like dancing around with a gun, like doing like the weird shit. And you know what I'm talking about? Anybody?
Yeah, I know
I
you're
can't
talking
describe
about.
it better than that. Like they need to have like this dude versus that dude.
Didn't that other guy have a knife in one hand too, if I'm not mistaken?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, he totally did. Yeah. Gerald Cagney says, didn't Colorado pass a mandatory insurance bill for all firearms?
Honda is up to date with any and all requirements from a shitty commie state.
I don't think we did, but let's look it up. Okay. Colorado, HB 1270. The bill requires firearm owners to maintain a liability insurance policy 7 days ago. Tracking bill. So I'm assuming it hasn't been passed yet if it has. Last action introduced in the House. Yeah, so it hasn't been passed. Would they pass it? I 100% believe they... I mean, dude, we're fucked in Colorado. Like,
so how does that work out? You have to tell
our
your
house...
insurance,
Our
I have a
House...
gun.
Fuck me! Our House, our Senate, and our fucking... our governor, and our judiciary... Every piece of our government here in Colorado is crazy, lefty, Democrat, fucking retarded shit. And they all conspire together, and they all work together, and they all have the same plans, the same goals in mind, and this is one of them. So yeah, do I think this is going to pass? 100%.
That bill has been assigned to the Business Affairs and Labor subcommittee.
I mean, they're going to find a way to do it, I'm sure. Like, you just got to get past the fucking legalities of hindering the Second Amendment. But if you have the court and everybody on your side, you can do whatever the fuck you want, dude. That's the point.
That's why I left Colorado a long time ago.
By the way, if you ever want to know what's going on in your state legislative-wise, check out legiscan.com because it shows everything from every single state in this country.
Well, let's watch that again. That's pretty cool. I didn't know it would do that. That's pretty fucking cool.
I like it.
Trade Center 7 had always been considered the starting point for rebuilding. Located north of the slurry wall, 7 had been cleared faster than the rest of the site, and there had been no bodies to recover. Pelted by debris when the North Tower collapsed, 7 burned until late afternoon, allowing occupants to evacuate to safety.
I remember getting a call from the fire department commander telling me that they were not sure they were going to be able to contain the fire. I said, you know, we've had such terrible loss of life. And the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
What does it mean to pull a building? When you pull it, what does that mean?
Demolition. Demolition.
Oh, that's a demolition term?
Yes, sir.
So controlled demolition uses the term pull it when they bring a building down with controlled demolition?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a coincidence then that when Larry Silverstein, who got paid, I think it was like $37 billion or some crazy amount of money from Building 7 alone, because he had an insurance. He owned the entire complex. At least he owned the
insurance claim that he put out fucking, a month before or some shit like that? That shit happened?
It is to date the highest amount of insurance money ever paid out to an individual in the history of the world.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Larry Silverstein. Look it up.
Pull it indeed.
Not every cop is afraid of a nut. It's the meta meme. Oh, bro. This isn't new. This has been out for a while, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't even watch it, but fuck it, here we go.
The one idea is how we are going to exterminate white people, because that, in my estimation, is the only conclusion I have come to. We have to exterminate white people off of the face of the planet to solve this problem. Now, I don't care whether you clap or not, but I'm saying to you that we need to solve this problem because they are going to kill us. And I will leave on that. So we have to just set up our own system and stop playing and get very serious and not be diverted. And the one
from the author of the Blacknificent book series, Camus Cambone, the fuck, wants to kill all the white people. He's condoning it.
Changed his name.
Yeah, it's like Eddie Hall or something.
Seems like he would make a great buddy of Julius Malema, the black supremacist over there in South Africa.
I'm just saying, bro, like, get it through your heads. They don't fucking like you. They don't like me. They don't. There's a lot of people out there who are pushing for this race war shit, and I don't know how to push back against it. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do?
Be called racist if you do.
Well, I mean, in what way would be effective to push back against it is the question, and I don't see a good way to do it. Because either you fight back against it and become the fucking devil that they want you to be, or you turn the other cheek and go that method, in which case you become the victim of it. So, not sure, dude. Not sure what to do.
Hide your horns with your hat, homie.
Justin B says, how many people were in the group when you toured Dragon Man's museum? It was like 60. They did 2 groups when we went. They said they didn't normally have to do that. They could usually do it in one, but they wanted to split us up so it wasn't so many people. But yeah, it was like 60 people-ish total. Still pretty cool. When the company you work for has an incredible quarter and everyone in upper management gets a big fat raise, this is what you get.
Yep.
Can't tell you how many times I've gotten pizza. Oh shit, I missed a super chat? Fuck me.
Was it at least good pizza?
No, I mean it's like blackjack or some shit, you know?
I was just gonna say that every time that we had free pizza from work, it was fucking blackjack.
Yeah, because it's like the cheapest pizza you can. I mean, unless you go to Costco, that'd be the. I would like actually prefer that, to be honest. But
I don't have blackjack here.
Costco takes effort, though. It can't be delivered.
yeah, but that's the cheapest shit. You'd like the size and the amount of cheese that comes on a Costco pizza for $10. Like Costco's losing money on that shit, or at least they're not making money. You know what I mean? Like they're barely breaking even, if anything. Like the hot dogs, they're losing money on the hot dogs. What else? I think that's it.
I think they talked about that one time about they specifically keep them those prices though as they come on with everybody so that they can have them go in there and buy more stuff is what it is then.
Right, because you go in for your fucking $2 hot dog and Coke, right? Because you get like a fountain drink and a fucking half pound of hot dog for $2. But then you leave with like a bag of fucking strawberries and, you know, like a new vacuum cleaner or whatever. You know, they make their money. Have you seen the titty chin guy? No, I have not seen the titty chin guy. Let's look up titty chin guy. Should I hit images? Oh, man.
No, you're going to get in trouble.
I'm going to bring it over here.
That would have been bad.
Okay, I don't see any tits right away, so I think we're good.
Oh, my God.
We talking this guy? This just looks like cancer, bro. And this just looks like too many tacos.
Orale.
No, I've eaten a lot of tacos and I don't look like that.
Okay, we can't go down any further than that. I don't know what was below that, but it was already getting risky.
The internet's a terrible place.
I don't know if this is titty chin guy, but yeah, this guy I feel bad for, bro. Like, look at him. You got like the. Okay, you guys watch YouTube Shorts ever, and you get fucking stuck on this dude's page sometimes, where he's like, "I've got a really weird voice, and I was in prison, and I don't wear a shirt." That guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like his voice. Makes me want to fucking punch my computer. Like seriously, I'll be watching YouTube Shorts, and then one of his videos come up, and I'm like, "All right, I'm done." And I turn the shit off, and I walk away. It's like a good time to fucking walk away from the computer when his fucking videos come up.
Yep.
I said I wasn't going to scroll down. Always do the opposite of what media says. I think it's pretty sound advice.
Simpsons predicted it.
Agreed.
It was the first guy, and it was in prison, and let's squeeze it. What?
He let the prisoner squeeze it for ramen.
So basically what happened was they would go into the bathroom / showers with him, and they would squeeze his chin like it was a tit while jerking off in the fucking shower. And he got a bunch of ramen out of it.
Yeah, man. Love me some ramen.
Ramen's not that good, bro.
Bro, the way I fucking make it is.
I don't care if you fucking put God's semen inside of it. It's still not going to taste good.
What is?
Ramen? Like, it's okay.
Ramen's real good, man.
No, it's okay.
You gotta
Throw
not
some
use
spam,
the
poach
instant
an
ramen.
egg.
Take it to the one in Gardena. Up in the
No
Japanese
instant
Like, if you go to a ramen restaurant, I'm saying like the pack of ramen though, just like
Oh, yeah, those are shit.
here's your square of ramen. Like, put it in boiling water and add the sauce packet.
Oh.
It's
No, you
not
gotta
very
add
good.
stuff to it. It's not the meal. It's not a meal. You're supposed to add stuff to it. You poach an egg, get some hot sauce, some cheese, 3 slices of spam, little green onion. Oh fuck yeah!
Cheese?
Fuck kind of fucking muffin top shit are you eating over there, buddy?
I mean, that shit that's gonna give you a food boner, big dog.
I know what Muffin's trying to say because one of my cousins, I guess, married this Samoan girl, but she even fucked that up.
She would fuck up ramen?
Yep.
Man, you can't be with that one. She's done.
Did she like cook it too long?
Oh, well, she was doing something with the egg and shit. I wasn't liking it.
Like, that's the only way to fuck up ramen is to cook the noodles too long.
Yep. Facts.
He said leave her. I'm like, he already got 2 kids by her.
Well, it's never too late.
Mm.
I want to go to Iceland now. This is fucking cool. It's like mesmerizing. You'd think there'd be more steam coming off of it though, right?
Yeah, that is a little weird.
Maybe it's just so hot that the steam can't exist. I don't know.
Oh, I seen a steam right there.
Yeah, like little puffs here and there, but whatever.
I bet if you listen to that with audio, it would be awesome. Oh, man. Wanted a bunch of sizzle noises.
Yeah, that's the audio. There you go.
Yeah, like bacon the whole time, just. Coming out.
Never underestimate anybody. Oh, dude, this shit's fucking hilarious. So this guy turned from a Democrat to a Republican, and here's how.
I don't know if you guys can see, I have a couple scars on my face. I got bottom like a month and a half ago. That's why I'm saying it's dangerous. Like, it's genuinely dangerous. That shit sucks. But what I will say about it, like, it changes your life. Like, when I got mugged, I woke up, I was bleeding, I was concussed, and I woke up 100% with Republicans. Like, yeah. That shit'll change your life. I'm telling you right now. I woke up like we're putting Trump back in office, right? Like, where's Daddy, dude? Bring Giuliani back. How about that? The city is not safe. We either get Batman or Trump, and y'all gotta fucking figure it out. I don't know if you guys can see.
That's pretty funny.
I don't know why he's laughing. That shit's serious.
I mean, he's not wrong. The city's not safe. We either need Batman or Trump.
Or both.
One's a billionaire who wears a mask. The other's a billionaire who
wears orange.
Wears orange.
Orange banded Batman.
He's not the hero we wanted. He's the hero we needed.
So I used to have a bunch of vigilantes like Bernie Getz.
Uncle Biff says, try tonkotsu ramen. I don't think I said that right. Tonkotsu.
There's better ramen out there.
I mean, everybody's like, oh, if you had pho's so good, bro. Like, I love pho's so good. The pho, it's just pho, dude. This pho's fucking good. Right?
Never had it. We don't have it around where I'm at.
Meh.
Pho's not that good.
It's pho where I'm here. Over here in the hillbilly side, it's just pho.
Yeah, my mom likes pho more.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just like weird soup with like basil and shit in it. Like, why is there so much basil in my soup? I don't fucking know. I've never eaten basil like this before, but okay. Asian people. Thank you for the bowl of soup.
Yeah, if you really like hot stuff and limes, yeah, that's the kind of stuff for that style.
And then you can get like the fucking pork belly on top. The pork belly's good. And then like the soup and the noodles, like fuck that shit. Just give me the pork belly and something crispy.
Making me hungry.
That's why I go to that place on the weekends.
Oh, I don't think we want to watch a 4-minute fucking Oklahoma City bombing video. Thank you, though. Here we have children being sold in Africa.
What?
Here's the children. Yeah. Here's this is January 2023. And wherever KOHRO is. Oh, look, they've got the children in bags. And they're selling them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because if you're going to sell children, you got to put them in bags, right?
I already seen it.
And everyone's so up in arms about slavery in this country 100 and whatever years ago, but no one cares about slavery in another country today. And here are the children being sold. They're just used to being in bags and being manhandled. They're not even upset about it because they're just like, "Yep, I'm a bag child. I guess that's my reality." It's fucked
That's
up.
so fucked.
Yeah, fuck these
Dude,
guys.
doesn't that just make you want to go, even just like with my EDC, and just fucking pop all those motherfuckers down and just take the kids somewhere like to a church or something?
Yep.
Yeah, like every dude wearing a fucking like gold bracelet and a ring right there, like that motherfucker, the main dude.
Yeah, put that bitch in the ground for sure. Dude, that makes me scared for the future of our country.
Yeah, because these are the people coming into our country right now.
No shit, dude.
Oh, here's why you left Denver. Here's what you left behind. There's Anatos.
Yeah, not missing it.
This is particularly bad because there's like at least 3 layers deep of fucking tents. That's more than I normally see. At least that guy's sweeping up.
You gotta keep my place nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm living on the street, but it's a nice street.
Yeah, you gotta sweep up all those needles by your shanty.
Yeah, you don't want to step on those. Yeah, look at there's like 3 layers deep. There's like 1, 2, and then on the other side of this fence, there's a 3rd layer of fucking tents, dude.
Think about this. If you got a flare gun, you have a motorcycle, you could put some damage on this tent city, homie.
Yeah, but then you like burn some homeless people to death. I don't want that on my conscience.
I mean, it's gonna happen anyway. It's fine.
That reminds me of those Indian cities that are just like shacks basically on top of each other, and it's all it takes is like one fire to go south and the whole place burns up.
Yeah, or like Haiti. Like, oh, we had a hurricane and 100,000 people died for some reason. It has nothing to do with the fact that we're all living in fucking cardboard shanties.
Our country's going to shit, man.
What a shit show.
So the acorn slaps the roof of the car. So anyway, they start blasting.
I love a voice, Sony.
God, they give it squeeze for robins. That's so gross. MSB says, dude, that shit's depressing. Do some Alabama jokes or something. What was an Alabama hot pocket? I forget what that one was.
That's when you do it inside your sister's sister.
Doesn't that still make it your sister?
My niece, sister, Mom.
I mean, I think we can all agree whatever an Alabama hot pocket was, it was something involving a sister.
Probably. Highly likely.
Hey, let's look it up real quick.
Oh God, do it on the other screen. Oh man.
Oh no.
The Alabama Hot Pocket is a special fetish maneuver that roughly involves taking a duke into a woman's vagina.
What the fuck?
Typically followed by a good old screw in.
Wow. Disgusting.
Well, that was more mild than what I gave the internet credit for.
Yeah, well, it's still pretty bad. Like,
by comparison, the Alabama pig roast is not that bad at all.
Oh no.
Douglas County, Colorado, the Florida of Colorado. That's where I grew up, is the Florida of Colorado. You can actually see on this map right here, this is where I grew up, the Pinery, right here. And this little tiny spot of water, right? You see what I'm looking at right there? That little tiny thing of water? That's the old fishing hole that we used to go to when I was a kid. You can see it on the map. It's kind of cool.
It doesn't say whites only, but it's whites only.
I mean, back then it was. Oh, God. Flat earthers. They believe that there is a black rock at the North Pole that has a vortex in it that goes into a different dimension or something like that. And that everything is there to, like, fool us for some reason. And that there's an ice wall that's keeping us in for some reason. That, like, when spaceships go into space, they're not actually going into space. It's just a conspiracy. And that the astronauts are part of the conspiracy. And that if you go up on an airplane, that you can, like, you should be able to see the curve of the Earth, but you can't. And that, I forget what else, the fucking retarded ass shit they believe, dude.
Yeah, there's a guy at work telling me about this all the time. I'm like, all right, just settle down, man.
Yeah, like the Coriolis effect isn't a thing. Like, you know, whatever. Yeah, fuck these people, bro. I want this drone.
Oh, shit, sorry.
I want this fucking drone. I know it's for, like, agricultural shit. Like, look how beefy this motherfucker is.
Why does that guy
Put
have a
2
gun on
ARs
his hip?
that thing. Yeah, put 2 ARs on there. With drum mags. Double drums.
Dude, I mean, like, Skynet has this shit, we're fucked.
Look, that was the perfect size for an ammo can if it was belt fed. That must have been the battery pack.
Yeah, I think it was a battery pack.
Holy shit.
Look at that thing, dude. Like, I feel like you could hold on to the bars at the bottom of it and it would just, like, carry you around.
Put an FN M249 on there.
Man, he's growing some killer weed.
It's a first generation hunter killer right there.
Just spraying down fucking acid instead.
Oh, God. Here, have some COVID.
Yeah, they're, like, really spraying those fucking plants down with pesticide or whatever. Or is that just water?
Yeah, probably a mix of pesticide with some water.
Like, why does everyone have so much cancer? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the drones fucking super spraying pesticides on shit.
Dude, they're pissing that away. I'm saying fuck my next truck purchase. I'm gonna just take that to work. It's cool as fuck.
Let's watch this. Restart required.
Do whatever the hell they want. I guess I should clear my mind here a little bit and not say what I'm really thinking. Do whatever the hell they want.
Wow. That's our president, everybody.
I can't even hear what he's saying.
It didn't matter. It was just a bunch of dumb shit anyway. You can see the look on his face. Here.
Yeah, I was like...
It's so painful.
He's a really good actor. Not really.
241 guns, 1 million rounds, weapons cache found, man arrested.
All right, they found Duke's basement.
241 guns.
What's wrong with that?
God, I'm jealous.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, it just makes me feel like I'm not doing good enough.
Right? We got to get our numbers up, boys. Yeah. Acorn slow.
Mag dump in 3, 2.
Okay, Simply Orange is getting sued. Listen to this.
With what just happened with Simply Orange, this should send shockwaves through the consumer market. So Simply Orange is owned by Coca-Cola, and here's what they just got caught doing. Now you may think with the slick branding that this is just simply orange juice, and it's not from concentrate, so that's good, right? The problem is oranges are on the dirty dozen, which means they're part of the 12 fruits and vegetables that are the most sprayed with pesticides and herbicides. So right off the bat, since it's not organic, you're getting doses of chemicals, pesticides. But that's not what this controversy is about. And it's not about the synthetic vitamins that they put in here either. Coca-Cola, the parent company, has now been sued because of high levels of toxic forever chemicals that are found in Simply Orange juice. Forever chemicals, also known as PFAS chemicals, is basically what's used to coat a nonstick pan, which we know there's many documentaries about the extreme damaging effects of these chemicals on the human body. So my guess is that their entire factory uses Teflon nonstick material, and that's how hundreds of times, look at this, hundreds of times above federal limits for drinking water. So they're getting sued because they say, made simply orange, it's just Simply Oranges, and yet it has hundreds of times of the neurotoxic, DNA damaging chemical. Let me know in the comments.
There you go. Nothing's safe anymore.
Well, it's like the same thing with Cheerios and Quaker Oats the other day, having those chemicals that are causing infertility and stuff like that now.
Didn't they basically say like they're intentionally putting shit in fast food to make people infertile and stupid?
Wouldn't surprise me.
It's working really good.
Yeah, it's working too well, bro. They need to like dial that shit down a couple notches or something.
Yeah, people are fucking retarded.
I don't know. It's like especially bad. I imagine in the country it's not quite as bad, but I don't know. Like, are they just like retarded ass people out in the sticks too? I'm assuming.
No, the real problem out here in rural areas is not that. If you're near farming and stuff, you're getting all the globicide from the chemical runoff and stuff like that in your well water.
Yeah, the glyphosate's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know, man. I feel like, you know how they used to like do the and like the country people would be fucking retarded? Like, if you go to just Walmart and listen to conversations that have been had around people that are wearing fucking pajama pants, and you're just like, it's another level of retardation, and you're like, am I really the intelligent one now? Like, the fuck is going on?
Look at the human monkey hybrids. Yeah, that's right. Alex Jones is right again. In fact, governments have created human monkey hybrids.
That's freaky.
And they're using them for drug research. Sad, dude.
Well, who's going to be the first one to fuck it to give it AIDS?
I mean, first one. Leftists, when they hear that Kyle Rittenhouse shot a man who raped 5 little boys. That could have been me.
Facts. Where's the lie? Where's the lie?
Oh, shit. That's a good one.
All right, here's more footage of Iceland.
You mean
dude, it's the fucking Eye of Sauron.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say that.
That's sick, man. I want that to be my screensaver.
Oh yeah. Well, I seen one where a chick did that. She has the Eye of Sauron for her anal plug.
What the fuck?
You say some weird shit sometimes there, Muffin Top.
There is some weird shit on the internet, man.
Hey, man, I can't say I have one in my cart for the old lady, but there's one in my cart for the old lady.
It's a reptilian. Look at her face. It's a reptilian.
Look at what happened to Kathy Griffin?
She's
botched
a dude.
plastic surgery.
Yep, plastic surgery gone wrong.
It looks bad.
I mean, does she not know this? I mean, you'd have to know, right? Like, if you're walking around looking like this. You'd have to know, like, this is not normal.
That's why we haven't seen her.
I did not used to look like this.
She's also bald too. She wears a wig.
It looks like she had one too many peelbacks of her face, and then it's just all scar tissue now.
Mm-hmm.
Like the adrenochrome's not working very well.
She can't get no adrenochrome.
Yeah. She's like, why am I not young again? I had a picture with Trump's head cut off.
Right.
She's never been funny. She's like never been funny.
She's dumb bitch.
There was like 2 episodes of Seinfeld she was in, and I hated both those episodes just because of her ass.
Right. Yeah, she ruined Seinfeld, and she's been ruining everything she's touched since. Including her fucking eye sacs or whatever. What the fuck is that? Oh, this is from Valentine's Day. Can't say why it makes my heart stop other than, just the love.
Yep.
I love that.
A lot of love in them needles.
Okay, here's the other acorn drop drill that you got to do. You guys ready? The acorn drops.
What the
fuck? What fucking movie is this?
I forget. It's Christian Bale. I forget the fucking name of it.
I want to watch that.
Never-ending 15-round fucking magazine Berettas.
I want one of those too.
Does anyone know the name of that movie out there? I forget what it is.
No,
it's like that Die Hard with a Vengeance shotgun that shoots 15 rounds out of a 5-round tube.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for this one? Is it Equilibrium? Is that the name of it? Okay.
By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS, fight HIV/AIDS.
He spreads so much AIDS.
Damn your AIDS. And then he claps like an asshole. Fuck those people, dude.
Taxpayer fucking money. All our money. If it ain't going to Ukraine, it's going to that bullshit.
And then here's the other acorn drop drill. You ready?
No, that's yeah. Unlimited ammo.
That's what Democrats think AR-15s do.
Right.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I'm hit!
I'm hit!
I'm hit! I feel weird.
All right, now I want to watch fucking Aliens or Alien. Sorry,
Predator.
Whatever the fuck. Shut your mouth. Shut your dirty hole.
Another one.
Another one. Oh, can't share that music. Why do they always do this? And why is it never a white dude with a black chick?
I don't know.
That's weird.
I think it's because no one likes white dudes. No one likes black chicks. We're both hated equally. It's fine. It's fine.
You're onto something.
Let's have illegal immigrants hunt down sex offenders for a chance at citizenship. We'll call it Aliens versus Predators.
Yeah.
That would be the real Hunger Games.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think we're all done. This might be it. I'm not sure if this is the last one, but Big Mike for the win.
Big Mike.
Not
Porkins.
If the 9/11 planes failed to hit the buildings It's blowing up from the inside.
We didn't hit it. It makes me sad when Matt trashes fucking Phantom Menace because it's probably my favorite Star Wars movie.
Really, is Phantom Menace?
Bro, I was like in peak, like that was when I was like 12-ish, man. Like that was like, yes, that was
For
the
me,
movie
it's
that brought
Return of
me
the
into
Jedi.
Star Wars.
What year did Return of the Jedi come out?
Like way before I was fucking born.
Return of the Jedi was 1983. Holy shit, really?
Yeah, I wasn't even a sperm, bro.
I was 2 years old. But still, that's the one I like the most. Because that was, for the longest time, that was the best Star Wars there. Like, the newest Star Wars there was Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Because between Return of the Jedi and Episode 1, was 1983 to, like, it's like 1999. Or what year did Episode 1 come out?
It came out when I was like in 3rd or 4th grade, dude. It was fucking awesome. It was all-star. I was breathing fucking Star Wars my entire fucking year of existence.
1999. So, yeah. It was fucking like 16 years of that was the only Star Wars that we had besides books. You know?
Yeah. Dude, do you know how much I shit my pants when fucking Darth Maul had 2 lightsabers come out? I pissed, came, and shit my pants when I seen that.
Do you know how gay we thought Jar Jar Binks in pod racing was?
Yes, it was super duper gay, but the lightsaber made up for all of it.
Yeah. And how gay metachlorians are?
Yeah, well, you know what? I want to find some female Gungans with their tongue and let them go to town on me, so...
And how gay it is that fucking Qui-Gon died from a fucking stab to the stomach with a lightsaber, but how many other people have not died from stabs to the stomach? Fucking Darth Maul, according to canon, survived being chopped in half and dropped down that fucking hole.
With his hate, yes, I've seen
Qui-Gon
photos.
died from a fucking little jab to the tum-tum.
I feel like Qui-Gon wanted to check out, so he took the opportunity.
Well,
Yeah, and Jason Ghost is right. Ewoks were cute. Ewoks were cuddly. Jar Jar Binks is a fucking abortion.
Ewoks had fleas and rabies and all kinds of nasty ass shit. Okay.
Good. And they were played by midgets in costumes, the way it should be.
Exactly.
Get in there, midgets. Be my Ewoks.
Yeah, I want my midgets to be. I want my Ewoks to be midgets, not CGI. That's all I have to say about that.
Hashtag get midgets work.
Make midgets great again.
Make the 7 dwarfs midgets again.
Oh god, dude.
Yeah, the Ewoks ate people. They were badass. They were gonna roast fucking Han Solo, dude. Remember?
Sticks and stones might fuck up the Imperials, but not me.
Yeah, they beat fucking S8 like ATSTs with logs and fucking boulders and shit. Bows and arrows.
Have you seen the deal where they're like they make the Imperials actually like good shots, and it'll just like start it out, and Luke's like, "Hey, what's up?" and the guy just fucking blasts him in the chest twice, and they're like, "Didn't," the end of Star Wars.
You're like the Millennium Falcon's like flying into the Death Star, then it just gets blown up.
Yeah.
Like, there goes all of the Jedi.
All done.
Well, there's the series. Sorry. I guess we'll have to go to a different galaxy further away and longer ago. All right, guys. Well, that has been the show for tonight. I hope it was enjoyable. I certainly had a little bit of fun tonight. I hope you did too. We will see you again next week for... What show am I doing next? It would be...
Sunday Gay Frog.
The Gay Frog Chat on Sunday, thank you. And we'll be back on Never Enough Buttholes channel on Saturday for a little geek action. And other than that, I hope you guys have a good week. We'll see you next time. Deuces, y'all. Shall not pee in fridge. Trouba shabba dabba da pressure. Batacath care. Prick the troops.
We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.